Hello, hello. Good Sunday or Monday as you folks are dropping in. Good day. So today, we are reading for the last week of August, going into September. Wow, wow, wow. Of course, our friends in the Southern Hemisphere are probably going to be excited about that because it'll be warming up for them. So we are going with, hey, Carolyn. Kathy, we have Laurie, we have 8 Sonias. So we will be August 29 through September 4. August 29 to September 4. Hola, Cecilia. Can't believe it's September already. I know. Well, it's not yet technically. We got a few more days. Let's soak it for everything we've got. So this is what I'm doing today. My table is pretty clear. Normally it is, I probably have anywhere from 9 to 11 card decks. And I don't know, it just wasn't the thing today. So I'm actually going to use Angel Answers for the weekly reading. And then I've got 3 tarot decks for questions and requests. I may actually still go to Angel Answers as well. But that's what I've got. Now, for those of you that are subscribed to my newsletter, I am doing in 2 weeks. I think I'm going to do this. So let me know if you're interested. In 2 weeks in my Zoom space, instead of doing this live reading, I'm going to use that spot and give everyone an opportunity that if you have card decks and you'd like to read for other people, this would be an opportunity to do that. Even if you do not intend to ever read for anyone else except yourself, it's a good opportunity to give it a little practice because then it gives you some feedback too for your own readings. So I would encourage you. And if you don't have card decks, but you would like to participate for a reading, then I would encourage you to come so that the folks who are bringing their card decks have people that they can read for. So, okay, let's get going. I also want to say thank you for the donations that have come in. So thank you very much for those of you who have contributed to my work. I appreciate it. And if you would like to do that, there is a link in Instagram, in my bio, and then of course down below in YouTube. So I appreciate the generosity there. So let's get going. Yeah, Laurie, so just send me an email reply back because that's how I'll sort of track it. And if I have enough people who are interested, then I'm going to do it. I don't need to have a lot, but a handful. And it's not a teaching thing. This is like you in your cards, in your messages, your intuition, and putting it out there. That's the intention of this, is to practice. Okay, let's focus here on the cards and get some cards here for August 29, right? Yes, August 29 through September 4. All right, let's have a card for Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday and Thursday. And Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yes, okay. And if you are not subscribed to my newsletter, and so that you can participate, you can do that also through my bio and down below on YouTube. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, let's see what we have. So again, these are the general messages. This applies to the collective. You take the messages as it resonates with you, you use it. I do call it Monday, Tuesday, but really the message is for any time. Pay attention to the message and how that may be of use to you. So Monday, Tuesday, we have helpful people. I really like this, helpful people. And this is from Angel Answers. So, make sure you're asking for help, first of all. Make sure that, we don't put out We expect people to read our minds. We expect people, you've known me all this time. You should know. No, give people a chance. Everybody's doing their best. Everyone's got their life. Everyone has their own things going on, and maybe they just don't think about it. So ask for help. There are helpful people out there for you, people who are willing to support you. Let them know you're available to be supported. And then, of course, the flip side of that is how can you be of help and of service to someone else? So paying attention to those small opportunities, very small things, holding a door, uh, helping someone get a cart through the door because maybe they can't, manage a little bit, or helping someone open something, whatever it is, those tiny little things make a big difference. And then, of course, if someone calls you and says, hey, I need your help, can you be available for them? Wednesday, Thursday, ask your angels. We I think we put a lot of our power outside of ourselves. And we think that we have to wait for others to invite us, to give us, to show us, to value us, to validate us, all of those things, when actually we have all of that power within. And so when it comes to the middle of the week, if you're feeling like maybe you don't feel so empowered, or you're a little bit unsure and you're not really sure how to handle something, you do have the answers within, but it takes practice, it takes work, and it takes dedication. And even though many of us are very intuitive, very empathic, the mental monkey mind takes over sometimes, and it really takes a big effort to reconnect. So in the middle of the week, check in with your angels, which is to say, check in with your intuition also. Like, go inside, take a minute. You don't have to do a huge meditation and, dedicate all this time. I mean, that would be nice, but you don't have to. Just take a moment and listen and just breathe and see what comes. Okay. And don't discount things. Like, if you get something that comes like, boom, right in there, pay attention to that. Okay, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, I guess I'll just take back everything I just said, because the card is meditation brings answers. Meditation brings answers. So I think that the message really for the week is being helpful people, us being helpful to others and asking for help. It takes getting in touch with the needs of ourselves and the needs of other people, right? And how do you get in touch with that? You get in touch with that by being still for a little bit, being quiet for a little bit, being observant, paying attention. And then going into, so it puts us into that space. And then ask your angels, again, being very in touch with that, paying attention to your messages. And then meditation brings awareness. So go with that, do that more. And maybe it is about developing your meditation practice. And maybe if you've been starting your meditation practice, this is saying, how does it feel? Right? And meditation does bring awareness. Again, the monkey mind takes over. And, you know, I know a lot of people say, oh, I can't sit still to meditate. I'm too impatient. That is your mind telling you all of that. So take 1 minute in slow, deep, intentional breaths, and let your mind clear for a minute. And then that practice develops. And even in that minute, you're changing something. So those are the messages for the week. Nicely done. And the funny thing about Angel Answers is Angel Answers has a lot of yes, no, maybe, later, soon, not the right time. And those weren't the cards that came out. There's just a few that are things like this: helpful people, ask your angels, and meditation brings awareness. So I'm glad I used this deck. All right, Laurie, mental monkey mind. I'm going to use that. Yes, it can wreak havoc with us, right? I mean, we get so caught up in the thinking that if we can just relax that, even again for that 1 minute of intentional breathing, it gives us a break. It gives our constant it gives us a break. And that's a nice space. Okay, so if you have a question or a request, you can go ahead and put it in the chat and I will pull some cards. I see Carolyn is asking for a general card. So, Carolyn, I am going to Rider Waite Tarot for you for a general card for Carolyn. Underneath my selenite heart that I do smash on my table periodically. Okay, let's get a card here for Carolyn. And what do I right here? Oh, Carolyn, what a lovely card to have. The sun. The sun. So this is like you going out and shining your light, living in your truth, living in your authentic self and feeling really, really good about it. So the sun is number 19 in tarot. So you came from 1 to 19. So there's a lot of stuff that happens in tarot from 1 to 18. And then you get to this point where it's like you've let go of a whole bunch of stuff, you've transformed, you've let some things, you've learned some things, you've made some interesting choices, and now this is saying live in your authentic self, chase your passions, chase what's important to you, and show up as you unapologetically as yourself. I mean, you see, it's a child, a little naked child, and the idea is that it's getting back to who you are at your core. And the reason the child is naked is that you have nothing hiding you. So that's what you got there. Okay. Duaka Bright, a general card. Yes, let me get one for you and for Cecilia as well. So let's get a card here from Wandering Star for Duaka Bright for a general card. And Laurie, I see a request for you too. Okay. So Duaka Bright. Let's get a general card for Duaka Bright. Okay. Ten of Swords and King of Wands. Isn't that interesting? So this is Wandering Star Tarot, Ten of Swords and King of Wands. So Dwaka, whatever it's like you're at the end of a cycle. You are moving something out. You are coming to the end of like, okay, that's it. I'm done. We're over, whatever that is. A relationship, a thought pattern, a habit, an addiction, a daily ritual that you've decided, a divorce. Oh, interesting. And then your partner, what sign was your partner? Do you know? So, yeah, a divorce, done, final, end. Like there is nothing else after the Ten of Swords, you're done. A Capricorn. Okay. And then the next card is the King of Wands. So the King, we can see the King is sometimes a male. It is not always a male. In tarot, we have queens and kings. They're not always females and males, right? It's masculine, feminine energy. But the thing about the King of Wands is really being very motivated to go after your passions, go after what you believe. So Wands is a fire sign. And that's like that burning inside, right? That thing that drives us. And so coming out of this closure of the Ten of Swords to say, I'm done. And now I am so there to go after what it is I want. This isn't the Page of Wands, which is saying, I now have to learn and figure that out. This is the King saying, no, I've got a pretty good idea what I want and very motivated to go do it. The King of Wands also can be firing you to complete this divorce, right? Can really be motivating you to moving that forward as well. Okay. Carolyn, this is great for me because my journey this year has changed me for the better. Blog is going well and my confidence is much better. So I feel I'm shining my light brighter than ever. Well, there is no brighter light than the sun. So, Carolyn, I'd even suggest Googling the sun in tarot and finding an image that you like. There's gazillions of images, and find one you like and use that as an inspiration for you. Dwaka, you are welcome. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, thank you, Kathy, for that. Good luck with everything, Dwaka. Thank you. Okay, Laurie, lovely, Carolyn. Thank you for sharing that as well. All right, let's get to Cecilia for a general card for Cecilia, and I will go to my Gilded Tarot. So for anyone who's on here that isn't following me or isn't subscribed to my channel, if I could ask you to do that, that would be great. I know some of you know how to find me, but are you subscribed? Do you follow me on Instagram? That would be great if you would. Okay, let's get for Cecilia a general card for Cecilia. Oh, there you go. Did you see that pop out? I'm actually going to pull one more card. And this. Okay. Okay. Cecilia, Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands can have us feeling like things are conflicted, feeling like there's some chaos going on. Just a lot sort of up in the air and just not, things are at a sort of a midpoint, a point where some things have to be worked out, ironed out, figured out. And the card that came along with that was the High Priestess. And so it goes back to these messages for the week about tuning into your own intuition, tuning into your own answers. So how do you resolve this conflict, this unsettled feeling? How do you resolve it? You're going to work with your own intuition. You're going to tap inside and say, okay, what do I need to do in this situation? Not what does everybody else need to do? What do I need to do that can best serve this situation? And then I flipped the deck over because I wanted to see that what was on the bottom, and it's the Death card. And so when we see the Death card, this is really about, letting go and endings and moving towards something new. Real transformation. Things go radical change. So whatever this situation is, it's going to call upon you to say, what is your contribution? What do you need to do here? And be willing to do it, because in order to resolve this, it's going to require something outside the box here. Okay. That's good. Okay, let's get over here to Laurie. Laurie would love a card for myself this week. Okay. Carolyn, give Noelle a thumbs up, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, please give it if you would. Hi, Sophie. Okay, let's get a card for Laurie. And you're asking for a general card. I'm going to go to Angel Answers for you for this week. A general card for Angel Answers for Laurie. And so thinking about your card, Cecilia, even if today you're saying, I don't really know what that chaos, that conflict, that disagreement, I don't really know what that is. I can't identify it. Pay attention to the message so that when that pops in, you can maneuver it in the ways we just talked about. So pay attention to that. Laurie, here's your general message this week. The big word, yes. So yes, yes, and yes. Give yourself permission. Uh, be more flexible with others. Um, give people space. Let them have their space to do their thing. Yes to you, yes to you, yes to you. Yes and yes to you. Okay, Cecilia, wow, it's true. There's a lot going on, kind of chaotic. Thank you for your soothing words. You are welcome. Yeah, a lot going on. That's where like the monkey mind can kick in, right? Like there's so much going on. It's very chaotic. And the high priestess is saying, okay, step back, because the high priestess isn't about like doing something. She's about sitting and saying, what is it that I need to be doing? How am I going to participate in that? So she's about stepping back and taking a pause from the action and seeing it for what it is. So you can clear that kooky head so you can get to a more effective resolution, right? Okay. Laurie, yes, I know. Plain and simple. Just yes. I love it. Okay. Did anyone else want a card? We're about to wrap up. So if anyone else would like a card, go ahead and put it in the chat. Otherwise, we're going to wrap it up. And then again, if you are subscribed to my newsletter, think about if you'd like to participate in the group reading. I am eyeballing the 11th of September because next weekend's a long weekend here in the US. And so think about if you'd like to participate on either end of it, just to as an observer. You don't even have to have a reading. As an observer, as a seeker who would like a reading, or someone who would like to read. So just shoot me an email back. All right, everyone. I think that wraps up the cards for this week. Kathy, I might try it. Yes. As a reader, do you have cards? Yeah. I mean, you kind of can't go wrong. Everybody is intuitive. Yes, I have the artist cards. Then do it. Yes. Yes. There's no right and wrong. So I would say just do it. And again, even if you never plan to read for another person ever, it's a way to experience outwardly reading, which then when you do your own readings, it can just validate some things for you. It can sort of go, okay, I had that experience. Now I understand what that feels like. So it's a really great practice. So I do recommend you doing it. And of course, the only Laurie should do it with me. I don't know if she'll be around. Something makes me think Laurie will be traveling on the 11th. Kathy, I would love to have a reading from you. Well, there we go. I think that's great. Okay, everyone, we are wrapping up. So thanks for being here. I appreciate you popping in. Again, I do appreciate contributions and donations. So thank you very much. And Kathy Williams Talari is a big yay. Yes, that card. So if you missed the beginning of the reading of the general messages, you can always go back on the replay and check them out. They're really good messages for the week. Helpful people, ask your angels, and meditation brings answers. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy your afternoon, your evening, a wonderful week. Yes, to you too, Cecilia. And it's good to have all of you here. So thanks so much. We will see you. We'll pay attention for next weekend because it is a long weekend. So we'll see. We'll see what comes up. Okay. Ciao, everybody. Love to you too, Kathy. Bye. Thank you. You're welcome.